On the petition for PFA, it said that I opened the plaintiff's car door and took the dog. This was because she drove to the location for me to open her car and take the dog. As it's not her dog. This was our dog. We had this dog together for years. And then upon breaking up, shared this dog for a year's time. And I didn't mind sharing a dog, but if it's coming down to if I'm arguing 100% that that's my dog, that I own that dog. You know what I mean? And so, plus, there's no moral justification to be as cruel as to send somebody a text like she did to me and say, "You're never seeing your dog again. Bye," for no reason. You know what I mean? And so then blocking your number. And when you send her an email about it, going and filing a PFA, claiming that you were abused because somebody opened your car and took the dog, when you're just referencing a scheduled exchange of a dog. That is a crime. There was no other allegation of abuse on the petition for PFA. And I'm not saying that's an allegation for abuse, but the entire context of that line, which has been posted many times, it is dependent upon the to draw anything that you could argue of that being an allegation of abuse was dependent upon the crime committed, proven on certified court record, ignored by Judge Panchik, meaning the ignoring of that is him overstepping his jurisdiction, and then he bulldozes my constitutional rights, and then imposes a fraudulent PFA for a period of 3 years, violating my Second Amendment for 3 years. So it's not. Why am I saying it's fraudulent? Because he ignored the facts. Do you think it's an important fact that I proved that there is no way that any reasonable person on the face of planet Earth could defend the issuance of a PFA if it wasn't for the crime? Yeah. So this is more of a whistleblower thing, not really a protest. The Superior Court has taken forever. They've been given opportunities to resolve this sooner and have failed. In my motions, for example, emergency motion to dismiss due to fraud on the court, may not have been the prettiest motion, but it damn sure had the evidence to show that this PFA case would have to result in a dismissal. And I will not be gaslit into being silenced. I am not a coward. I am not afraid of being threatened to be arrested. One day down at the courthouse, a court reporter comes out and tried to scare me by saying that, accusing me of copying the transcript and saying that they could bring sanctions against me for that, which really shows a derangement in the level of people. I'm standing there with a sign that says my rights are being violated, and here's the proof. I mean, look at this. I'm standing there with this sign. So it's all right there, guys. So, it's yeah. I mean, what can you say to somebody like that? I mean, if you're that brainwashed to ignore just, the Constitution is the supreme law of the land. My constitutional rights are violated, and they are continuing to be violated in this, through different avenues. For example, and just so you guys know, there is nothing that a plaintiff can claim at the hearing that has any degree of relevance if it's not on the PFA. And I know what I'm talking about, and I will not be gaslit by a judge that thinks he's going to outsmart me on this. He's not. He fucked with the wrong person. There is no way out. It is what it is. There is no way to deny it. The facts of the case are the facts of the case. And I'm telling the world about it. And there's a history of misconduct against me by the Armstrong County Courthouse. That, unfortunately, I can't talk about right now, but I will be bringing that up. And that was ongoing as when the PFA fell in her lap. And I know everything. And I will bring it all out. And I will not hold back. I do not care. You will not intimidate me into being quiet. My dog is being withheld from me illegally, unlawfully, unconstitutionally, and cruelly. I mean, what kind of psychopath does that to somebody? You know? Yeah. So, yeah, there's a lot of things that people need to look at. And, you know, those of you who want to continue to go to the courthouse and pretend that everything's fine and dandy, Your Honor, Your Honor, Your Honor, Your Honor, Your Honor, Your Honor, we won't look at the proof. We're loyal to you, Your Honor, Your Honor, Your Honor. Your opinions are irrelevant. Not just to me, but literally. You don't get to have an opinion because you don't know the situation. You want to live in a land of lies. That's okay. But it's not okay if you're going to get in the way of justice. The courthouse, there is a pattern of misconduct displayed against me there that is going to seriously, it is going, when it all comes out, it is going to be so seriously uncomfortable for people who have wanted to pretend for so long that everything was fine and dandy and there's integrity everywhere. And, so, yeah, we're starting a militia. We have to start. The militia's already started, but I'm saying that there's some guys that started a Facebook page, Armstrong County Transparency. They're trying to, through the use of cases going on around here, like for example, mine, to awaken people that they need to join a militia. I mean, because this isn't, it's not just federal now. I mean, this is local. This is local. My constitutional rights are being violated. It's not debatable. If you believe that it's debatable, you're a fucking idiot. And that's where we're at. And I'm not backing down. And I'm willing to die over this. So do something about it. You want to threaten me that, they're going to bring sanctions against you because we think you copied the transcript. Look, I'm not going nowhere. I don't need to make accusations. The facts speak for themselves. My dog, look, water dish dried up 100 days ago. Fuck you. Fucking coward judge. Oh, I would love to get in. Oh. When it comes time that I'm going to discuss, there's a history of misconduct there. It's going to be seriously, 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 seriously uncomfortable for people. The only person Jamie Owens was the only person that acted with any integrity in my experience, but I'm not able to talk about that right now. But it is significant, and it will tie into this. But for right now, we're talking about the PFA case. My dog has been illegally, unlawfully, unconstitutionally, and cruelly withheld from me. It's not a debate. We can all see the facts. The proof is right fucking here. Okay? It's not a fucking debate. Do you understand? You people at the courthouse who want to continue. Oh yeah, I ran a campaign on transparency. Yet, when a citizen comes to you and tells you that their rights are being violated and asks for help, you do fuck all because you're a coward. Patrick Fabian sat there and talked to me. I told him my rights are being violated. Dude didn't even listen to me. No one down there, you all want to pretend like you're patriots, but you're cowards. The facts are right here, okay? If you don't like it, deal with it. But people like me are not going to continue to be fucking abused because you're too fucking much of a coward to do your job. So all of you need to leave. There's, you got people at whatever department of the court, they want to continue to pretend. Your Honor, Your Honor, Your Honor, Your Honor, Your Honor, Your Honor. Fuck him. What has he said? Has he honored the oath? Look, it was ignored. That. It was proven that the reason that her car door was open was because she drove there for me to open the car to take the dog out, put the dog in my car and drive it. You know what I mean? I mean, this is ridiculous. I'm pissed off. 215 days. My dog's been illegally withheld from me in the Superior Court. The Superior Court has had opportunities to, I've found, there's a length of time that appeals open and at the end of the day make a decision. But to try to speed it up, you file an emergency motion to dismiss due to fraud on the court, which had plenty of evidence. There's no reason for it to be denied. It was denied with prejudice, or excuse me, denied without prejudice. So that meaning they're saying, well, we're not opposed to hearing more about these arguments you're making, but we're not going to rule on it right now. And Judge Panchik said in his 1925 memorandum, which is as much of a joke as his actions in the case, if not more. In fact, I'm going to argue that they are significantly more. It's on here. It's here. Okay, it's all here. This isn't me. It's all here. This can happen to anybody. This did not happen because of my actions. Do you understand that? I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. Okay? I don't need to hear you people who... I will not be gaslit in any way. The facts are the facts are the facts are the facts. Judge Panchik said in one of my filings I had made a suggestion that he was aware that this was over the exchange of the dog. And he, in his 1925 memorandum, which is basically, for those of you who don't know, just an opinion on the appeal by the previously presiding judge. He claimed that assertion was absurd. However, in his first finding of fact, he says, and I quote, obviously, this is over the exchange of the dog. End quote. Hello! And so, after that, I had went down to the court in Kittanning under the impression, good, okay, it's illegal to use a PFA to withhold somebody's... And real quick, it was also admitted by the plaintiff on record, a felony crime was... A felony was confessed to by the plaintiff of a wiretapping crime committed against him. Also, just if it was about justice, you know what I mean? And it's up to me if she gets charged for that. I mean, yeah, I could push the issue and stuff, but, maybe I will. I don't know. But I'm getting to the point where I'm done playing games here. At a certain point, people can't be okay with the process. There are things that can happen to which it's unacceptable for the government to continue to fucking use their bullshit fucking procedures to get away with doing fucking nothing. I forget what I was saying about, but Yeah, it's just, this is the truth, okay? This is the truth. And I will not be intimidated, because I live in truth. I live in authenticity. This is the truth. So nothing's pulling me away from that. Okay? And but anyhow, after he made that statement in 1925 memorandum, I went down and I filed an emergency motion for a judge's order to tell the plaintiff that we don't agree with you using the PFA illegally. Shouldn't be hard to ask for, right? After all, it's illegal. You can't use a PFA to withhold somebody's dog. I mean, also, in case I haven't said it yet on this video, I encourage any judge or lawyer who has anything to say about this that please come argue with me. Please come argue with me. You can't, but if you want to pretend that you can or whatever, you can come here and get embarrassed. I don't care. Yeah, I mean, I don't care who you bring 10 lawyers, bring fucking 5 judges. The facts are the facts are the facts. And the point is, I will not be gaslit into being told that this is okay, that this is acceptable, that this is necessary. This has been seen by thousands of people at this point on some of them bigger sites and stuff, not just local people. And everyone has agreed that that this is a travesty of justice and that people need to be held accountable, particularly Judge Panchik. I mean, again, I don't, I don't like being like I don't want to do this, like I don't want to have a problem with people. I don't have a problem with this guy. He just can't be a judge anymore. Obviously, why he was unable to do that, I don't know, and it's really none of my business. He just can't do it anymore. He's had the opportunity to answer for it. He's been invited to come down and explain to the people. And at this point we have to around here take the militia seriously because you're in danger. If any Jezebel can go right on a fucking piece of paper and then the police show up and take your guns, hey, you got a problem. A big problem, and it better be dealt with. And it's not going to be dealt with by you cowards who are afraid to stand up for yourself. Yeah. So to the extent that I asked him to issue the order saying that they didn't support that, he denied to rule on it because it was in the appeals process. And, I almost got the vibe from the court that because I appealed it, like they were almost like acting as if it was my fault that it was in the appeals process. They were like the vibe that I got from them is if it was like my actions that caused this when it was the judge's actions and the plaintiff's actions. But the plaintiff's actions, but then the judge is supposed to stop. The judge isn't supposed to allow somebody to criminally mislead the court and then give them what they want. You know what I mean? So it's the judge's fault at that point. But anyhow, I sent that request to the Superior Court, and it's undeniable that all I was asking for at that point, I was not asking for an alteration to the PFA. I said in that document, I think I said something like, I'll argue that we're going to keep fighting PFA, but this is separate, just so. I came up with a plan to where the PFA didn't have to be altered, and we would be able to get to exchange the dog or whatever, keep exchanging the dog. She said she doesn't want to exchange the dog. I don't care because I say it's my dog. If it's gonna, you know what I mean? Like a situation like this isn't resolved by one person just declaring, like Michael Scott on The Office, declaring bankruptcy. You know what I mean? Uh, it doesn't matter if he convinces the clown in the bushes that, you know what I mean? You can't just declare bankruptcy. I mean, you can, but I mean, it's real probably not going to do much. But anyhow, I had it, and they declined it. And don't forget that the court has zero authority to consider the dog in this matter. There's a lot of fucked up things about this case that I'm not getting into on this video, and frankly, they don't need brought up. But to those of you who are trying to stop me from bringing this, there's a history of gross misconduct against me from the Armstrong County Courthouse that was going on, you know, when this case fell in her lap. Now, what I'm talking about didn't include Judge Pianchet. This is the first thing I've had with him. I'm saying that but there is a greater pattern of misconduct, and it'll be coming out. And I know it all. I know everything. I know things that you people that oh, I know things that you think there's no possible way I could even. And I'm bringing it all out right here, and I'm going to lay out the facts bluntly. So that's all. Wake up, America. I mean, holy fuck.